For a little bit. Hey guys, what's up? I did not warn you at all that I was going live. I don't know who's going to show up or if they will at all. But if you guys show up, then you can. I'm taking down my Christmas tree tonight. So I'm hoping to hang out with some of y'all. What's hey Droko Adventures? What's up, Holly? How you doing? It's time to take down my Christmas tree finally. I also need to get a drink. What's up, Gengar of the Lake? How you guys all doing? Droko didn't stay on? Oh, okay, there we go. Went from one person to 8, so. All right, guys, as we go live today, too, and as I, as I put away my Christmas tree, I want you guys to all tell me what you guys are hoping to hear from me this next year. If there's something, oh, good, got back from Six Flags over Georgia. That's awesome. We here with the crew. Are you on Discord right now, Drew? All right. Well, I also have a new video about to come out about Kings Island. I've been working on that one. There's just there's a lot of stuff in the works, but I have been so tired and also going and just having fun. I just went out to, there's a new ride there. That's cool. This week, I've been doing a whole bunch of, I've been doing a whole bunch of St. Patrick's Day stuff. So this weekend's been really, really fun. But because of that, I've kind of neglected some of the channel. And I've had a little bit of burnout. Like, this is the first year I've had burnout. I've been doing this for 6 years. So I'm kind of giving myself a little bit of grace on that, too. Because I'm like, I've been doing this for a really long time, and I've never felt burnt out before. But recently, I've been just kind of like, I don't want to make another video. like for these winter months. Like I'm sure when I start going places, and when I go places, like even I just recently did a video about some places here in Fort Wayne, and those videos are easy to edit. But when it's like talking head videos of me, I have to look up all the B-roll of the stuff that's happening too, and it's really, really slow. So, oh yeah, this is from the stuff that I've been doing, St. Patrick's Day stuff. I have that, I have this, I have this too. Whole bunch of cool things that I've been up to. Hey Christy, what's up? So yeah, anyway, those like individual videos with all of the other stuff is yeah, burnout is real. Yeah. So I've just been like, I don't want to do more stuff because it's just so much more to put together. I know I'm putting down my Christmas tree. That's the point of this stream, for you guys to motivate me to clean my house. Actually, it was supposed to come down at the beginning of March, and I was taking care of my parents' pets at that point. So I didn't take it down because of that. So, but we'll make a little drink. I need to go get myself some water too, and yeah, it'll be fun. So, you know who? Oh yeah, Jerry, you know who got me this watch? Yeah, Drew got me this watch. It's really cool. He also got me this, my gold chain. I look like a pimp. It's pretty cool. So yeah, anyway, between burnout and between all of that, like I'm trying to get this Kings Island video out. And actually I have a whole bunch of other videos coming down the pipeline of stuff that I'd like to film also. So, but Drew just giggled. I just got done with 2 days of painting, putting curtains up in the windows. Oh yeah. So yeah, we'll have some fun tonight. We'll hang out. You guys tell me what you want to see, what you want me to do, stuff like that. But yeah, we'll do a little bit of uh, different stuff. But first, I'm gonna need to go grab some food, or not food, some water and a drink too. I want to see that poster. It's right behind me, right there. There's that poster. 48 days till opening day. Yeah, and that's the thing too, is Kings Island is opening in like 25 days, or maybe it's like a month away pretty much. So maybe like 33 days, 37 days, something like that. So that's why I'm like, I gotta get a video out about that. Oh, why am I putting this back on there? They have so much glare. Yoko, by the way, hates these glasses. She absolutely hates them. Yoko, go on a diatribe down in the comments while I go grab the stuff that I need. I'll be right back. Everything I need to make the best screwdriver in the business right here. What did Yoko say? I was literally about to say that. I absolutely hate them. Someone put an oh my word emoji down in the comments for me. I'll be right back. Water cup. Okay. Nobody judge my pouring abilities, okay? Svedka or Shine? No. Smirnoff. If you think I'm bougie, I am not bougie. Fully prepared to judge you. Trent making a screwdriver. Yes, that's right. That's what this is. It is Trent making a screwdriver. You're still wearing your church clothes. I did go to church today. It was really good, too. Isn't it funny, though, that this used to be spill it content? Vodka and orange juice. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's actually what a screwdriver is, but that's what I call a screwdriver. I'm not claiming to do anything the right way. Anyway, isn't it funny, though, that This is considered church clothes. I would have had friends who would have gotten not beat, but they would have gotten in trouble for wearing this to church when I was a kid. I was always allowed to wear jeans, but okay, let's change that. There we go. My workout bench is over there. I haven't used it like at all yet, and I told you guys I would. I kind of low-key knew that might happen. All right. Oh, tonight you have rain and thunder and lightning and hail? I'm going to move that over that way. Because I'll be going in that closet to grab stuff too. Also, a couple of years ago, my parents got my daughter an umbrella at Disney World. We have videos of that whole trip to Disney World if you are interested in seeing it, although it's pretty outdated at this point. Be more to watch us go, but isn't that cool? It's a Mary Poppins umbrella, and it has all kinds of, like, they painted things on it for us. She still loves it. It's more of a sun umbrella, and they even put her name on it. Isn't that cool? It's been a minute or several minutes. What have you been up to? I've been up to lots of fun things. Old wives' tale, don't put it up over your head. What? Oh, bad luck. Oh, I don't care. Like I care. Dude. Hey, Trent. No. Oh, you guys are all saying I shouldn't open it? You can open up a sun umbrella. I used to do it all the time when I was little. I used to pretend like I was Mary Poppins when I was little because Mary Poppins was my favorite. I loved Bert and Mary Poppins, so I'd get one. My daughter gets it honest. It wasn't as pretty as an umbrella as this is, but it's definitely really cool though. Oh, I'll do it again. You guys tell me no, I'll do it again. There it is. I swear I saw you in Wisconsin Dells today. No, I've never been in Wisconsin Dells. No. Drew, there's no such thing as bad luck. Good luck, buddy. Trent has like 4,000 lookalikes. Drew thinks any Irish guy with a beard and a belly looks exactly like me. They all look the same. I think it's racist, but, you know, whatever. It's true. When I was 5, I was determined to change my name to Mary Poppins. All right. Time to go in the closet. All right. Merry Christmas, I guess. What was for dinner tonight? What was for dinner tonight? Oh, I had beat-ups tonight. I just had 3 beat-ups things. You know what? I feel like it needs to be seen one more time. There's my Christmas tree. Now I can take things off while the lights are still on. Make it look pretty. Oops. Trent is going for the hard stuff tonight. Yes, the Christmas tree in all its glory. Yep. Every single year, I always take things down incredibly slowly. So I didn't say this, but I'm kind of thinking, let's make this an AMA today. So if you have anything that you've wanted to ask me, any burning questions, go ahead and ask for it right now. Whatever you guys want to. My friend wants to say thank you for filming so much this previous season. Unfortunately, he won't be back, but he said he really enjoyed it when you came through each week. Oh, well, I hope he still enjoys it this year. I'm sorry he won't be back this year, but there'll still be more videos specifically about what's going on there. I do find that the easiest videos for me to film are the videos of me being someplace, because there's no B-roll, or very limited B-roll anyway, usually. Sometimes I'll add some stuff. And probably I'm to the point where I need to get an editor. My brother always is encouraging me to get an editor. He is on YouTube also. He is called Hatless Spider on YouTube, and he talks about, oh, I always forget what it's called. He talks about it's a war game, a war simulation game, but I forget what it's called right now. Hearts of Iron, that's it. Hearts of Iron. So go check him out if you want to. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure an editor would help if I was smart enough to do that, but I don't want to pay someone, with all the videos I produce, I don't want to pay someone to do that. Plus, part of the fun of it for me is editing, but in the winter months, it just ceases to be as much fun, because it's not me reliving memories, it's me just sitting down talking, which I like to do, but then I have to look up all this B-roll, and so it's almost like I make the video twice for every single video, and it just takes forever. I like your Christmas tree. Thank you, Tay. I like my Christmas tree too. Happy Coaster Dad just joined in. What's up, Happy Coaster Dad? How you doing? I leave my tree up forever as well. It's the best nightlight. Yeah, I like it for the nightlight appeal. But I've had it off now for a while. And then, like I said, I went and visited my parents, or took care of their animals. It's not visiting my parents, but I took care of their animals for a week or two there. They were on a cruise, and they did a whole bunch of fun stuff. So, went down to Florida, was super jealous. I say you just keep the tree up. I mean, I might as well at this point, right? How many more months is it till Christmas? 9 more months? Is that right? Maybe 10 more months. March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. 10 more months. And that's including this month. There's something off about that. Let's see. Who else has said something? I make it a goal to take my tree down before the new year. Oh no, Yoko, who do you think I am? Love your stuff. Happy Coaster Dad. If he runs into you this season, he wants to be able to hang out. Hey, okay, so here's the difficulty with hanging out. I'm always down for hanging out with someone, but you never know exactly what I'm doing when I'm at the park. And sometimes I just have to rush straight past you because I'm doing a challenge. Like if I'm trying to do, like this last year, I rode literally everything in one day. If that's what I'm doing, then there's no way I can hang out with someone. But if I am if I'm doing something that's more relaxing, like going to see shows throughout the day, like especially if it's at the beginning of a show season, or I'm doing like a relax your way around the park kind of a thing, then that's always worthwhile. Like it's something I'll definitely consider to hang out with someone. Um, hey guys, we have 29 people watching. Drop some likes down in the comments. Nobody's liked anything. Give me some likes down there. Let's put this back up here. This should help you guys to not be cutting off my head all the time. As long as it'll stay up. Yeah, that's better. Oh man, you guys are going crazy. Yeah. Hit the like button, punch the bell. Okay, who else is saying stuff? Beachcliff is here. Hey, what's up, Beachcliff? I didn't even see that yet. People leave their Christmas lights up. Yeah. Will you be at Cedar Point on opening day? If your TT2 is open, will you ride it? Absolutely, Andre. If TT2 is open, I will ride it opening day without any problem at all. I love Top Thrill 2. It was a great ride. My criticism with it is who created it. But if they didn't create it, if that group didn't create it, we wouldn't have the fabulous ride that it is. So it's a little bit of a catch-22. Like, I love the ride. I didn't think they were probably ready to make that kind of a ride. To make that big of a leap is pretty insane, but it is a good ride. I just think maybe it's cost the company or just altogether the whole group in time and in difficulty. It's cost them more than it's maybe worth. Kick that heart. What's that mean? What's up, MH Reels? The best way to meet Trent is to see when he goes live and follow where he goes. Yes, actually, that's a really good way to meet me. Yeah, because if you stream snipe me, like you can hang out with me while I stream snipe. I can't ride rides when I'm live. So if you see that I'm live in the park, then it's always worthwhile to come and find me at that point. After all, I'm probably already with Droko Adventures or with Beachcliff or with Along for the Ride someone, and like just come and find me there. Hey, Droko, that's what we should do. We should like make it that we get a whole group of influencers, and whoever, like we all walk around separately, and whoever gets the most people hanging out with them is the winner. And then we can all like combine groups one at a time as we keep going until we get the last group. I don't know, there's an idea there anyway. Very, very close to 30,000 subs. Okay, so here's the deal. I don't really care, but it kind of ticks me off every time I see it do it. I just got back up to 30,991 subscribers. And then in a day, well, in like 3 days, it dropped down to 30,950 something subscribers, which fine. It's not a big deal. I mean, it's like 50 people who dropped off, and chances are they're people who are inactive, and the algorithm is just like, no, they're not fans of you anymore. Like they've never watched a video, so they turn it off, which is fine. It's not a big deal. Like I'd rather have people who are subscribing who are bought into the content than people who are subscribing just for numbers sake. But I'm like, I've been trying to get over 30,000 and I keep doing it, but I'll get over to like 30,100 subscribers or maybe even a little bit less than that. And then all of a sudden they just right back down. So I've been over 30,000, I think now 4 times. And every time I've been over it, it stays there for like a couple days and then it goes way down again. So I'm like, man, come on. It's terrible. Okay, I'm gonna start down here. Your shirt must have been on. That's why I lost it. Not even kidding, bro. You look fire tonight. Thank you. I'll win. Blue's a good color on you, Trent. Thanks. No, we won't be hanging out this year. Trent is just very snazzy today. What's with the Christmas tree? That's the point of this. I'm getting rid of it. We did a real Christmas tree for Christmas, and it was messy cleaning up. Yeah. Virginia in a week and a half. Didn't ride a coaster at all in March. Oh, Beachcliff is mad about that. If you guys want my shirt off, don't threaten me with a good time. I'll do it. I'm sure that's what Beachcliff was asking for. I know he loves it when I take my shirt off. Oh, so anyway, yeah, the whole point of MH Reels, the whole point of me doing this today is to get rid of the Christmas tree. Because I always leave it up until March, but then I went and took care of my parents' animals and take off the shirt. Get the fish. I don't know where my fishnet is anymore. I don't know what happened to it. I had it and then it was gone. Look at this guy. Isn't he cute? He makes noises. Drew says fishnet. Leave your Christmas tree up till March. Goodness gracious. I always leave it up till March. I want to enjoy my Christmas tree whenever it is like winter feeling. So it's definitely not winter feeling anymore, although it's cold tonight now. But also, has anybody been out celebrating St. Patrick's Day? Also, I did say earlier too. Oh yeah, Tay, I put it up. Well, actually, I usually used to put it up. I used to do all my Christmas stuff the day after Halloween. So like even on Halloween night, there were times when I'd throw candy down to the kids from the roof of my house because I was putting up Christmas tree or Christmas lights on my house on Halloween. But I kind of like to, but now I'm kind of later than that usually because now I have YouTube. So as soon as like Cedar Point is done on November 1st or 2nd this year, and last year it was the same way. And so there was no way I was going to be putting up my Christmas tree because I was there doing as much as I could at Cedar Point. So in the same way, I have to do a lot of stuff, so in the same way, there's like I just don't get as much stuff put up. And this year, I think I may have even put it up like a couple days or like a week or two before Christmas. It wasn't even after Thanksgiving, because then I'm also trying to go to Kings Island for Winterfest too and document as much of that as I can. So I'm probably going to an Irish pub tomorrow. I wish I could go all day tomorrow. I want to, but we do have to go to work. So I got to celebrate yesterday, went a whole bunch of different places, and also went down to Indianapolis the day before that. So that was really fun. But here in Fort Wayne, there were all kinds of fun things. We took a tractor. So they had like a tractor pull that would take you to like 4 different pubs in the downtown area of Fort Wayne. So it took us all around. We got to go visit those. That was really, really fun. So they actually had like a saddle, and I sat in the saddle and just was like, yeah! And, it was really, really fun. I enjoyed that a lot. But we went there. I met some other friends later on that night too, on Saturday night. Nathan, you guys know Nathan, and his wife were with me. Well, if you've watched like a lot of my videos, then you know Nathan. You may not know exactly who he is otherwise, but he's someone who's shown up on the channel a couple different times. So he hung out with me along with his wife and some other friends that I've had since high school. So I got to see all of them, and we went, they had this big tent with tons of music in it. I'm actually going to be working on a short to show off what Fort Wayne does, because it's just really fun. But if you check out my Instagram, that's where a lot of that stuff is. I usually show like what I'm doing and what the fun things are that I'm up to on Instagram. So go check that out. It's Not Your Normal G1 on Instagram. You can do the same thing on Twitter also if you want to follow me there. That's usually for like my light thoughts that happen. Cedar Point should do a Christmas in July or week. A Christmas in July day or week. Yeah, I don't think Cedar Point could ever do that because they already have tons of stuff. Hey, Moments with Bubba, thank you very much. Looking forward to the upcoming Cedar Point season. Your videos are awesome. I didn't even see that until just now. Can we get a Christmas haunt? That would be kind of fun. How many damn ornaments do you have on that thing? Oh, we're not done yet. It's like the Mary Poppins bag of ornaments. Tractor bar crawl. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah. It was $5 to get on it. Now it started raining, so I'm not even sure if anybody else got on a tractor, but we got on a tractor, and it was really fun. So yeah, it was $5, and then you go to all the different bars and just make stops at them. But a lot of them had way too long the line too, so we didn't really get to stop at them. I thought I was already asleep. I thought I was already asleep when I was seeing a Christmas tree on this live stream. Say Instagram one more time. Instagram. My Instagram is Not Your Normal G1. Go check out my Instagram. What social do you want us to check out? Go to Instagram at Not Your Normal G1. I hate you guys. I hate you both. Is there any word about if Cedar Point is doing a night show yet? Yes and no. So the night show will be Boardwalk Nights. So that may feel disappointing. I'm excited about it. I loved what Boardwalk Nights did. Now we'll see if maybe they culminate that with like a bigger stage show. I'd love to see something like that, but we'll see what happens. Moments with Bubba. I'll be training on Slingshot as my first ever ride, but definitely hoping to learn more. I'm going to apply for a Screamster position for Halloween. So that's awesome. That's so cool. I didn't know you worked there. That's really cool. Yeah, Beachcliff, this is just for you. There's more ornaments. Look at all these. I mean, if I counted them, I would have counted for a long time. You can count them. Does anybody want to do like a Christmas ornament counter? You go for it. Droko wants me to take my shirt off. This will be my first season. Oh, that's so cool. I hope they do something worthwhile with the Peanuts anniversary. They are doing a big Peanuts show, but I'm sure the Peanuts show would not be the end of the night show because most kids leave early. So they would do that probably during the day. It would be like a daytime, probably every couple hours. They'd have a show. I don't really know where it's going to be, but I do know that it was on the list for, what was that event called? What event did they do? Winter Chill Out, for Winter Chill Out. Man, I haven't been to Cedar Point in years. I've spent the last 7 years having Dollywood as my local park to visit. That's cool. I need to buy more Christmas ornaments. I got 5 totes of ornaments. Oh yeah, like the ornaments that are on here aren't even all my ornaments. I just went with a white theme to contrast the lights on here since I had colored lights this year. I usually do all white lights and then I do more colored ornaments. But in this case I put the colored Christmas lights on because they were the only ones that were working. Honestly, just when I think I'm going to be done, I'm going to find another 100 ornaments on here too. I'm going to be like, there's more and more and more. Okay, so anyway, does anybody have any questions for an Ask Me Anything for today? If you have any burning questions, either about the season or about me or about how annoying Drew is when I hang out with him, go for it. I think we have like 2 tubs for Christmas stuff. Can we get a bloodbath party treat? Hey, don't threaten me with a good time. I would love to do that. When will 2025 in between seasons start? Is it August 18th to August 25th or September 2nd? I don't remember right now. And I'd have to look it up to find it. It's on, so if you go on the calendar for Cedar Point and you go check out that whole calendar, it'll show you when the shows are going and it'll also show you what the times are. When the times drop down to being closed at 8 o'clock rather than at 10 o'clock, then that means they're like almost starting the in-between season. And then you'll see that there are no shows and that they're only open for 2 days for a weekend. I think just a Saturday and Sunday, I think that weekend. And that's the like true in-between season. Most people don't even think the park is open at that point. So if you want to ride rides the best and still be there on a Saturday or Sunday, that's the time to go. It's like you're gonna hit everything as fast as you possibly can. At that point, Kings Island isn't even open. They're closed for that whole week. So I think just a lot of people are like, well, they're not open. We won't go visit. But they are open. They're just really scaled back and the times are a lot lower than they usually are. But riding the rides is incredible. Let me see here. Okay, yeah. I just keep my Christmas tree playing with lights. LOL, I'm boring. And I'm lazy. What are you most excited for this season? I'm excited for a large, expanded roster of shows. I'm not sure that they'll have more people doing the shows, although I think they're also expanding Boardwalk Nights. But they are going to be having, and actually now that I think about it, that kind of makes sense. But I think they are going to be having a huge amount of people in the shows this year. I'm also incredibly excited about Top Thrill 2 being open as long as it is open. And then I'm also very excited about Siren's Curse when it opens. And I have no doubt it will open. That's a pretty established ride and a pretty established company too. So both of those I have no doubts about. Um, or that ride I have no doubts about, but Top Thrill 2 I'm a little bit concerned about. I hope it opens, but I'm very excited about it one way or another. Um, what shows this season for Cedar Point are you open? Are you excited about? I'm excited about Boardwalk Nights. I'm honestly, if there's one thing I'm not excited about with the shows, it's that they're bringing back Class of '99. Unless the retool of it is kind of a different framing, I might like it better with a different framing. I do know they're retooling it, which is why it has like a different subtitle this year. But that just was not my favorite. And when you compare it to um, the Motown show that they had, what was that called? Come See About Me. Come See About Me was fantastic. It was everything I love in a show. But yeah, otherwise it just wasn't my favorite. But they're also having a Lusty Lil show back. I'm not sure that it's going to be traditional Lusty Lils, and I totally support it not being traditional Lusty Lils. But I'm really excited to see something in that Palace Theater again during the main season. Very excited about that. Yeah, I mean, basically, if it's a show, I'm excited about it one way or another. I wish they would do another like more adult kind of a time again, and if they could do something that was very adult, I would be really really into that. Like doing the like when they basically had like a burlesque show for the wild. What did they call it? Oh, it's been so long, I forgot what it's called, but it was like an evening of extra ride time at Cedar Point. That was a blast, and I wish we could do that, but love to see them do that again. Need to start collecting park ornaments. Yeah, that would be a good idea for me too. But I have a lot of sentimental ornaments, so. So let's clear the elephant in the room. The return of Lusty. Yep, I didn't even know that you'd said that, but yeah, very excited about Lusty Lils or whatever it is. It looked like it wasn't actually Lusty Lils, but it'll be in the Palace Theater. Um, would a Monday in May be an ideal day? Any day that's not a weekend, unless it's a holiday, probably would be great. If you're there on Memorial Day, probably not. But yeah, I mean, most in May also, it's the early part of the season. So earlier on in the season, you have more people um, coming to Cedar Point. So, or you have fewer people coming to Cedar Point. Sorry. The longer it goes, the more people show up. Do you think if Top Thrill 2 and Siren can stay open, any of the big coasters could see big time dips? Like, could we see Steve at 15 minutes? Oh, Jamie, that's a really good question. This last year, there were multiple times when Steel Vengeance's lines were smaller than I expected and smaller than the wait time said. Usually those times were at the end of the night, and this was the first year that I've noticed that. Every other year it's been that Steel Vengeance was very, very busy up until the very end of the night. But now it's been a lot less than that. So I'm going to say that there's a solid possibility of that. I still think of Steel Vengeance as being one of the biggest rides at Cedar Point. But these rides are going to have to really compete. Plus, the economy kind of has taken a downturn. So, with the economy taking a downturn, we'll have to see what happens. Like, if people feel like they can't really justify them coming out to Cedar Point as much. We may have fewer crowds, plus bigger, newer names in coasters that will be competing for the attention of fewer people. So we'll see. Sometimes I've thought, well, the economy seems like maybe it's shaky, and still there are more people showing up. And sometimes I think maybe that's because theme parks can be kind of a cheaper alternative for a larger part, like a larger trip. Like, let's say you wanted to go down to Universal or Disney this year, or you wanted to go to Dollywood even, but that's too far. So more people choose instead to stay closer and to do a more local park like Cedar Point. So it just kind of depends. I think there's a lot of things that could affect that one way or another. We'll just have to see what the vibe of this year shakes out to be. Would a Monday in May be an ideal day? Okay, guys, I am obviously I'm way back behind in the in the in how far back I can get. So if you guys are wanting me to read your comment immediately, and you actually want like to get a response before like you get off line or something like that, put a little what's it called? An emoji or whatever it is. Let's see, what's it called down here? A super chat or a super sticker. If you do a super chat or a super sticker along with it, then I'll answer it as soon as I see it. Otherwise, I'm kind of behind. So you'll just have to wait a little bit, which is fine if that's what you want to do. If you're like in a time crunch, I don't want to make you feel like I don't care, you know. Droko, hello, Tree, get back on task. Maybe shirtless? Oh, he wants me shirtless, huh? I'll just give you one more button. There you go, Drew. I know how much you love that. I understand Famous Dave's is moving out by Castaway Bay. Yes. So Craig, I doubt they have a plan for that space. They didn't have a plan for, what was it? Ched's? It's not Ched's. That grilled cheese place. They didn't have a plan for that. I don't doubt it that they may use it for like some other stuff that's coming up, or maybe that could be the space of a new stage coming eventually, but they don't always fill the space immediately that next year. I collect park ornaments for my tree, but it's not the theme of the tree. The placement is subtle. Yeah, I agree on 99. Wasn't fond of that one. $2 holla. Hey, Drew, Yoko. They need some attention. Hi, I love you guys. Here you go, Drew. Is that beautiful? Is that what you were looking for? Frontier Nights, yeah, that's what it was called, Yoko. Yep, Wild Frontier Nights, multiple smiles. In with the save also. Moments with Bubba. I don't know how anyone else thought about it, but if you remember it, what did you think of the show they used to have in front of the park, Rockin' Live, based on the video game? I have never even heard of that one, and I've searched like different shows and stuff. But if it happened after 2019 or before 2020, really, if it happened before 2020, I wasn't documenting it, so I don't always know about it. It may have existed and I had no idea. The Coaster Battle of Cedar Point returns. Do you think that Siren's Curse will be in your top 5? I think it's very likely. I have a feeling it's going to be Top Thrill 2, Siren's Curse. But, okay, let's be honest though. For me, I've always had trouble with the idea of top 5 because it changes on the day. Like some days I'm there and it just depends on the mood that I'm in. There are lots of people with like static top 10 lists, and I'm just like, nothing's static. Like it's different depending upon the day. It's different dependent upon how I feel. So yeah, I have trouble with it being like, yeah, this is my top 10. Like I've had friends even before they're like, oh yeah, like I have a full list of every single ride that I've ever ridden and which one was my top one and which one was my bottom one. Like I'll make a list. I'll make a list on YouTube. I'm planning on making a list very soon, possibly even tonight, of my favorite coasters I've ever ridden. But I don't, and I'll be making a video about that. But I don't think that there's like a favorite of mine that I can say like objectively, this is always number 3. This is always number 7, you know? So I think there's a good chance that it'll be like number 5 would probably be Top Thrill 2, Siren's Curse, probably, well, definitely Maverick. Maverick is always consistently ranks high. And then Steel Vengeance, maybe Hot Take, Gatekeeper, possibly. I love Gatekeeper. But it just kind of depends, you know, like I always have different viewpoints on it, so we'll see. MH Reels $3 holla. You can't just $3 holla. You gotta actually give the $3, otherwise I don't see it. Jimmy Chapman. But we are caught up again now, though, it looks like. Oh, wait, maybe MH Reels. Oh, no. Moments with Bubba. Seeing the giant creepy Jack in the Box in the Freak Show haunt always reminds me of the OG Disaster Transport haunt. Happy Jack's Toy Factory. Yeah, actually, there was I think it came from that. I think it may have came from that. I went through with a friend this last year, and she was telling me all about like where the different ones came from. Also, thank you so much, Moments with Bubba, for the $5 tip. That's so nice of you. But yeah, I think we had that. So that was a really fun thing about it, definitely. Yeah, so. MH Reels, you are perfectly fine. I'm kind of short on funds. Please, no one should feel like they have to give any kind of extra. It's always appreciated if you guys want to, but you do not have to at all with any of these live streams. But sometimes you'll get a perk like I'll answer you faster, or I'll see what's happening and I'll make sure that I talk to you quicker. No dollar holla. No dollar holla. Honestly, like usually me. So I miss when the haunts were up front too. Yeah. Let's see here. What did we have? I missed some stuff. MH Reels. One more button. I should start charging you guys for this. Someone else gives on us? Oh my gosh. $5 holla. Figured I'd help MH and Drew out. Oh my word. Ganger of the Lake, thank you so much. Ganger of the Lake, you got any questions that are burning that I need to answer? Okay, it looks like we might be at the point of getting some lights off. So this is the sad part in the video. The lights of the tree turn off. We should turn off the lights first to admire the tree for a minute. There's my pretty Christmas tree. I'm gonna miss it. Okay, we'll turn it back on now. It's hard to bend down when you're like of a certain age. Oh, here's another ornament. That's for Beach Cliff. The OG Club Blood and Fear Fair. Yeah, yep. I'm glad to be seeing your lives again. I haven't had one for a while. This is the last time. Goodbye, Tree. You're going to make it down to SeaWorld to ride their new 2025 attraction this year. I don't think so. I don't think I'll be making it down to SeaWorld. I have been low on funds too, so I've been trying not to spend too much money other than somewhat locally. I've been over to go visit Drew and Yoko in Columbus a couple times. I've done a couple of more local visits, like, of course, like downtown Fort Wayne. I live downtown, so it's always fun to be able to do some fun things down here, but has anybody ever seen Anastasia? The, like, not Disney, but Disney movie? Don Bluth movie, actually. Because my daughter's been seeing it or watching it, and so I've had stuck in my mind the, in the dark of the night, do 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 do. Oh my word, there's another one. There's so many of these little stupid ornaments everywhere. What else is in here? Yes! Gold Chain Gang, that's right. Oh yeah, the Gold Chain Gang, yes. Underrated. Oh, thanks. No, I'll be singing that for the, for the next 3 days. And another one, yeah. You said Anastasia and Kristen dropped everything. Hi, Kristen. Was she like doing dishes or something? That's how people consume YouTube, is they do dishes or laundry while they watch it. Which is exactly how I consume YouTube too. Or I'm like doing work and then I have it down in the background. Oh my word, I can't do it. Can we put up Halloween decorations down? Oh wow. Doing dishes? Just decorate the tree for each holiday and never take it down. Yes, that's my point too. It's sexist. I wasn't saying sexist. I was saying that's how I consume. You know what, Drew? I hate you. Always putting words in my mouth. This is honestly the hardest part, because every time, like, I don't know where it starts. I do the tree in a very weird way. So things get stuck in here. I have all the... Here we go. I think I found it. Here's the beginning. Good. Silent. Oh, someone sent something. $10 holla. Whoa! Landon, what's up? Thank you. Y'all are being too kind. Here's another one. Here we go. I love it that we've got this. Drew, you started a trend. Look at you. Now we're stuck again. Yeah. In the dark of the night, do 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 do. Oh no, here's another one. Guys, I'm telling you, it's like, these are the herpes of Christmas tree decorations. Last button. Okay, fine. There you go. Gotta adjust my pants. Yeah, no problem. bro coming through for the Dia de los Dallas. Landon, you got any questions for me to answer? Or does anybody else have other questions? I mean, I'll answer Landon's first if I see it first, but... Anybody have any ask me anything questions? Oh my word. It's so confusing. Now you have to slowly button it back up. Why would I do that? Keep an eye on that tree. It might burn if that shirt comes off. Are you calling me white? I find that very offensive. When does the tree go back up? It'll go up a while from now. In November, probably. How do you think the preview for Siren's Curse is going to go? I don't know, but I need to look it up, though. But from the top down, yes. Showing off my belly. That's a good idea. How pretty is that? Yes. Huh. I have white lights on here. I don't remember putting white lights on here at all. Maybe I had just a few. Yeah, with just the top button, it's a cape. No, I look like I'm an 80s rock star. I look like I'm like Marky Mark, but without abs. How do you think the preview for Siren's Curse is going to go? I don't know. I saw that and I think I got distracted then. I think it'll probably be very similar to the Top Thrill 2 preview that they did last year. But it'll be in the middle of the year. So it doesn't really make sense to me that they'll have a preview for it, because I'm like, how are you going to do it? Because if it's going to be like in the middle of July, then there's no time when they can be like, we're closing the park for today. It would have to be like really early morning, like 6 a.m. You get to the park, you ride the rides a couple times. I guess it could be kind of like Coaster Mania. I guess it's not totally unprecedented. But yeah, I'm not sure how they'll end up doing it. It's been something I've been like kind of wondering about. Like, what are they actually going to do for that? But and that isn't the last button, but this is a family-friendly channel. What? Oh. You don't want me to take my pants off? Is that what you're telling me? LOL, with just the top button, it's a cape. I saw a video recently where someone predicted which Cedar Point coasters are likely to go next. They said Corkscrew, Gemini, and Rougarou. Thoughts on that? People have been saying the same thing for years. could be, well, I think Cedar Point has so much space now to do all kinds of stuff with. I don't know why we're worrying about what coaster is going to go next, because the next coaster to go will probably be 10 years from now, maybe. Although Cedar Point is on a trajectory right now to maybe build quite a bit again, to go through like a building boom. If they go through a building boom, I think that could be exciting. But so like I guess if they're gonna do another one, maybe they take out Corkscrew and dip into that that parking lot area right outside of it. Maybe they do something like that. I wouldn't be opposed to that, although I don't know. I love Corkscrew as a signifier of the beginning of the Coaster Wars. But technically they weren't the beginning of the Coaster Wars. The Coaster Wars really started with Magnum. But I don't know. I guess I'm not so worried about it until it becomes more of an imminent threat. And at this point, Cedar Point's currently working on 2 coasters. And they will be opening those 2 coasters this year. Let's see how those go. And then let's talk about what might they do next, which even then we know what they're going to do next. They're going to do something in the plot of land that's over the beginning part of the island. So they'll do something there. They've kind of already revealed their hand by getting rid of that water ride. So we know that where Snake River Falls was, they're going to be doing something more. So I don't know. I guess I'm not so worried about what they might do eventually, because everything is pretty safe at this point. There's some good spots for them to fill in. And then once they fill those spots in, then we can start talking about like what coaster might go next. Okay, he's Captain Coaster because of the one button. Do you think we will get a dark ride anytime soon? Tony has been asked this multiple different times, and every time he's said that there's, like, he always asks for it, but he's not really in charge of it, and I don't think they will, because I think it would require too much air conditioning. I think Cedar Point is very air conditioning averse. That's why even when you look at the amount of indoor space for places where they can make food and stuff, even they don't have very many air conditioned areas. They do have a couple, but even like when you look at the Grand Pavilion's main piece is air conditioned, but the 2 side wings are not. I think they just don't want to air condition things because it's too much money for them to do that. What do you think is going in the marina where Famous Dave's was? I don't think anything will go in the marina where Famous Dave's was, at least not yet. I almost wonder if it'll end up being like an area where you can go pay for like the marina stuff, like going to get a ride from the Jet Express or something like that. I think they might do something like that. I'd love it if they put in another coaster, but I don't think there's any plans at all at this point for that. No, I don't have a pre-lit tree. I hate pre-lit trees, Drew. Pre-lit trees are awful because they go out. And then I'm just stuck with a regular tree again, but a regular tree that also has lights on it. So unless I want to buy a new tree every 5 years or 2 years or 3 years, which I think is the goal, I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to buy one tree and keep it for a long time. And then I can buy some new lights to go on it every couple of years. So, which is what I'm going to need to do this next year. Yeah, I hate buying new Christmas trees. And I hate those pre-lit trees in particular. Instead, what I do is I take the lights and I shove them way back in, which is why they're really hard. It's also why the tree looks nice, because I'll put lights all the way in. So when you look at it, like right here, I have this light strand here that's all the way back here, and then it comes way out here. Because then you have a lot more, and it looks like each individual branch is lit. So that's what I do instead. I don't know why, but it's hot in here now. Maybe I should unbutton my shirt. It wasn't hot when my shirt was unbuttoned. I fear the steel curtain won't open this year at all at Kennywood. I never got to ride it. I did get to ride it. I love steel curtain. It's a really fun ride. Always wondered when they will build a new coaster that weaves through the structure of an existing coaster. Okay, this is what I've been saying for a long time. I'd love to see them build a new coaster and then have that coaster be like weave inside and outside. So it'd be like two coasters that are basically you're killing two coasters with one. So like if Top Thrill 2 were to stop working, I'd love to see them actually build two dueling coasters, and then you kill two birds with one stone and you get two coasters that kind of interweave all the way through. Maybe make one of them more family friendly and make the other one more adventurous, but then you as a kid like watching in the more like family friendly one, you can still feel like you're a part of the more adventurous one by getting to watch it while yours goes alongside it. I think that could be really fun. Someone was saying they need some dark rides to help with weather management. They had a point. When it's rainy or windy, so much shuts down. Dark rides would give some options, or are they too coaster committed? Yeah, I think they are too coaster committed. I think that's the real issue. And of course, the air conditioning too. They just don't want to spend extra money on anything. They don't want to spend extra money on an exoskeleton for a ride either. They don't want to build a new shell for another ride. If they can just build the coaster itself, then that saves them money on that also, let alone money on any of the other things that they do. So, especially like the air conditioning and stuff. Hi Trent, do you think Cedar Point will redo or consolidate their kids areas, Camp Snoopy next, or maybe build their big 20th coaster first? Oh, I definitely think they are on the way. Like they're wanting to build coasters. I'd love to see them do something a little bit more adventurous with kids rides instead of like, at least Kings Island now has this Snoopy coaster that they've built, and that feels like more excitement for kids stuff than what Cedar Point has. Honestly, Kings Island's kids coasters, or their lineup for kids coasters, is pretty fantastic. Cedar Point just hasn't invested much in kids coasters since the 80s. So I'd love to see them do more stuff for kids coasters and create something that's more family friendly, but also works well with kids. But I just don't see them doing it because it seems like they get the press that they want from building bigger rides and pushing the envelope as much as they can. Although I don't know. I saw a picture now of Siren's Curse, and like it's very clear that they didn't build it intentionally. Like, oh, this ride will fill in the space, because they didn't fill in the space. Instead, there's this big parking lot right next to it too, and I'm like, that feels so like they just took an already existing coaster, which is exactly what they did. They took an existing coaster and they plopped it into this area, which isn't the worst thing ever. It's just it doesn't feel consistent with Cedar Point's branding, and they've always been very intentionally, they've made very like specified coasters to Cedar Point. And in this case, they're kind of losing, I think, maybe some brand integrity long term by building this, and also Wild Mouse. So I don't love that for them or for us. LOL, have a coaster go through corkscrew and call it a straight line. Yeah. Yeah. If they get rid of corkscrew, I suppose they could do that. Build a dark ride on the first floor and a coaster unload. No, I would love to see that. That was actually what I was hoping they might do with that extra space, along with also a big shell for a entertainment area. So they could have an entertainment area, like a big stage that's very well constructed, that then they can put another coaster on top of, and then they could build behind that stage also a big dark ride area for something that's like a dark coaster, like a smaller coaster that's inside. Dark Coaster was made by Intamin. It's at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, and it was a blast. So if you could have that, plus you could build a coaster over the top of it, you'd use your space incredibly wisely, and it could really make for a lot more stuff. Although it may also like double or triple your crowds, so that could also hurt Cedar Point in brand integrity also with too much. No, not Verbolten. No, Dark Coaster. Verbolten was much more exciting than Dark Coaster, but Dark Coaster was a fully immersed indoor coaster. Take out Max Air and add a Planet Snoopy Kids coaster so both Snoopy areas have one. Yeah. Oh yeah, I love Verbolten. And it also did have that like little random inside area, which I thought was pretty cool too. But all right. Well, not to go all David S. Pumpkins on y'all, but any questions? Do we have more questions? Fair Guy, hey, what's up? How you doing? You could kiss 100 boys in bars, but you can't stop the world, stop the feeling. Look for where you are. Another stupid reason. Good luck, babe. Yeah, good luck, babe. Could stop the world just to stop feeling. Good luck, babe. Good luck, babe. I am, Mom Survival. I'm just taking down my Christmas tree. Yes, I am. You're here. What's up? How you doing? Do you think that Gemini will be more reliable this season? I think Gemini has taken the brunt of lower amounts of people working at Cedar Point. So that worries me. I also think that I'm worried this season about how many people will be working at Cedar Point too, because I know they've lowered rates kind of consistently and taken away some extra bonuses that they used to give. So it worries me about who they'll be able to get and how good of talent they'll be able to get. So I don't love that, but we'll see. Yes, it is a good song, Tay. I'd love to see a ride here like Time Traveler at Silver Dollars. Please, never, never. I hate that idea so much. Just because I hate spinning rides. And the last thing I ever want to see is a time traveler here. I know that's a hot take. I will stick to it. The last thing I want to see is a spinning ride at Cedar Point. We've already got Wild Mouse. We don't need more. Ew. Yuck. Not that I'm in charge. I'm not the one in charge, so I know that they'll do it. They never. I mean, they always make it so that, like with Time Traveler, like the spin is controlled, but the spin is controlled by the ride apparatus. It's not. It's not controlled by the people who actually ride it. But the whole idea of like going down a fall and like turning backwards during that, unless it's pretty not steep fall, just sounds awful to me. You know, with Trent keep pulling on the lights, I'm just waiting for the tree to fall over. Hey, I got worked up there for a little bit, okay? Jimmy, we're trying Castaway Bay this year. Did you like that one? I do love Castaway Bay. It's kind of the midpoint between Great Wolf Lodge and Kalahari. Kalahari, I think, has a lot for adults just altogether. Great Wolf Lodge is like solely kids and mostly smaller kids. But Kalahari also is fantastic for kids. Like there's a whole kids area, but it's also a much larger area. Your kids could get lost in it, all that kind of stuff. You doing it at Kings Island, Castaway Bay is kind of a middle point of that. It's a lot less adult friendly though. Like there's like no places to eat or drink. You don't have more of like an adult area to be in, and you don't have like nicer restaurants either. It is very, very kid oriented or very like family oriented, but they do have some pretty fun slides that I enjoyed pretty well. I do have a review of that. If you look up Not Your Normal Guy and probably Castaway Bay, it should come up. I just dropped an entire ice cream cake on my new rug, so I'm annoyed with myself. Oh no. An entire ice cream cake? Oh no. Do you remember the Silver Dollar Cafe at Cedar Point? No, I don't. Cedar Point needs a robot machine to tip you upside down. Ugh, yuck. You guys are saying all kinds of things. I think you just want to trigger me at this point. I'm currently a lifeguard at Great Wolf, LOL, until I start in the park. Oh, that's cool. That's what I want to hear. I was worried it was too geared toward kids for some time. Yeah, it's not too geared toward kids, especially as far as the rides go. Trying to think if it had a lazy river. I'm not sure if it did, but it did have more of like a two-person slide that was really fun, and it's like a roller coaster slide. It goes up and down throughout the time. It was really fun though. I'm not a big slide guy, but me and my daughter both rode it when she was substantially younger, like 7, something like that. And she loved it. I loved it. It's not too intense that it's gonna hurt you or like scare your kids, but it's gonna be fun for like the whole family to do. Sending hugs. Hello, what are you most excited about for this season for Cedar Point, except for Silence Curse and Top Thrill 2? The shows. I'm excited that there will be more shows. Not necessarily like bigger shows, because I'm not sure that there will be more people in them, but there will be more shows, like a larger variety. So for me, the variety is a huge part because you get all kinds of fun things that are happening with them. So I just love to see what each of the different shows are. And I just love seeing what Cedar Point's doing with their shows. They're becoming a lot more creative. So as they continue to go along, I'm excited to see it. Definitely make time to go see the shows at Cedar Point. I know a lot of you guys may think that it's not really worth it or it's not your priority, but it is really fun. Those shows are really worthwhile to go see. Plus, a lot of the people that are in the shows end up doing other bigger and better things like, well, I'm not even going to say better, but bigger things like going to Broadway or going to cruise lines or going to all kinds of different things like that. So, aren't you a felon? I am not a felon. No. I swear my mom has the same hutch behind you. Yeah, it's one I got from my mom. And I love it. But she was about to like throw it away. But I kind of like the old colonial stuff. And this has all my like stuff in it. Disney Parks art. And my Six Flags cups, my Kalahari cup, my Six Flags cup, Carowinds. I actually need to take this to school and show it to my students. My conductor's wand. It's definitely fun. Let's see, it'd be, what song is that? And die with a smile. If the world was ending, I'd want to be next to you. If the world was ending, I'd want to be next to you. Good song. I love that song. Wingardium Leviosa. Bubble wand. He just walks around. The felons on his walks. What? I mean, I do. You're right. Because I go right past the... I'm not... Well... Yeah, I'm not too far away from the jail down here. So. I have a mug that my daughter made for me years ago. That is sacred. I also have my Hotel Breakers mug, too. Here. I won that last year because I guessed what song, I guessed some pop culture stuff, which was pretty fun. Got a big Canon camera that my dad gave me a long time ago. Stuff Christians Like, which is a great book. A picture book of me and Nathan and a whole bunch of other friends. Actually, you guys might love this. I'm not gonna lie. And I don't think Nathan will mind that. That's what I used to look like. The one on the left for you guys. Nice camera. Are you going to miss the big stage? Yes, I will miss the big stage. Absolutely. Nathan still looks pretty much the same, unfortunately. I kind of hate him for that. I've got some Disney tickets in here. I've got some old Cedar Point buttons that I bought. Along with the Three Rivers Festival button for Fort Wayne. That's a big festival that used to happen here. Those are my Lusty Lil's Palace Theater buttons. I've got a magic band from Disney. All kinds of stuff. Dad bods are in. Someone making fun of my bod. Oh, I think it is an icon. No, it's a Canon. No. Canon. What do you teach in school? I am a music teacher. Yes, I will miss the big stage, definitely. I'm excited to we like you more now. Why do you like me more now? Because dad bods are in? Is that why? We like me more because dad bods are in. The stage being gone, I am very sad about. But with the stage comes a larger performance where you have everyone performing for one show. What we're going to end up happening this year is we're going to have more shows with fewer people in each show. So we'll still have the same quality of exciting performances. We'll just have more shows and more stages that are filled up because we lost the massive stage that they had that they filled up with like, I don't know, like maybe 30 people on those stages. Instead, they can take like 10 people from each of those and they can fill up a different stage around Cedar Point, which is definitely a fun thing. Mom Survival, thank you so much. Here's to music and dad bods. Yes. We love dad bods. And we love music. Does anybody know Die With A Smile? Was I just singing a crazy song that nobody actually knows? I love it. Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. So good. Okay, why won't you come out? Come on. What in the world? What is it stuck on? This is going to end up on Reddit, isn't it? Come on. Okay, I think we're done. Ouch. Okay, here's what it was stuck on. There we go, that's much better. All right. Tree 1, Trent 0. Is there a food or restaurant type you wish Cedar Point would add? Ooh, sure. All right. She's fine. A food or restaurant type that I wish they would add. That's a good question. You know what? I'm going to sit down. I'm tired. Yeah, the Christmas tree closet. I'm trying to answer one question at a time. If you need me to answer yours right away, send it with a thing. We have Italian, and I wouldn't expect to get like better Italian. I'd love to get better Italian, but I wouldn't expect that. Maybe some sort of like a fusion cuisine. Like, I wouldn't think, oh, you know what I think I'd want? Some sort of a fried fish. If they could do some sort of a fried fish, I think that would be really, really good. They used to have a fantastic fried fish in, I forget what it was. Where did they have it, Droko? Oh, I guess last year, yeah, I guess they did, didn't they? Yeah, at the Grand Pavilion. They had a really flaky fried fish that was really, really good a couple of years ago, and I guess that's what I have in mind. Who? I forgot about the Hugo's meatball sub. You're right. Um, trying to think if there's something else. Maybe some sort of like a sandwich shop. Something more simple, kind of like even at Kings Island, they have the like grilled cheese place. If they had something like that that was like simple little things to eat, I think that could be really good. Let's see what else people have to say. Could the park handle it if they were cavalcades similar to Disney? And I sing that song all the time. Oh yeah, okay. um, I think they could. I think that's kind of the point of Boardwalk Nights mostly. The bigger issue is like, what are they going to cavalcade? Like, they don't have a ton of intellectual property that they're going to use, other than now they would technically have um, some superheroes that they could add to their canon because of Six Flags. But I don't think they'll add that for a couple of years. I think that'll be an eventual ad. And then they also have a couple of course, they have the Peanuts characters. So they could do something like that. They have in the past done a parade of Peanuts characters. I think like in 2018, 2019, they did that. I wouldn't mind seeing more of that kind of thing, but I don't know if that's what they would do. I think that's what Boardwalk Nights basically is, though, is that you could move to a specific area. So you could move to Cedar Point, and yeah, just um, like, or it'll move to you, like these entertainment places, they'll move to you. Sorry, I get distracted sometimes. Um, they can move to you instead. So I think that's the whole idea this year of the Boardwalk Nights area for that. Um, Here's an oldie. Did you ever see the dolphin show? I did not. I saw a BMX show that was in that area, which I thought was really, really fun. But no, other than that, I don't have that. Just shove it in the closet. Yeah, the Christmas tree isn't quite put away yet, but I'm tired. So my show choir had both of those artists. Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. I heard it's going to be crazy this year at the park. We'll have to see. I don't know if it's going to be crazy or not. I worry because the economy's not doing the greatest, but we'll have to see what happens. So, Droko, do you have a Christmas tree closet? Trent can't take down a ChristmasTree.com. It looks like a snowman almost. What looks like a snowman almost? I don't know what looks like a snowman. Are you going to be there on the first day? God willing, yes, and usually yes anyway. Like if my daughter, oh, here's one alternate universe. You already had your tree down. You put it up just to take, just to take it down during the live stream. Yep, that's me. I am like the Nikocado avocado of Christmas trees. Um, if you get that reference, please say something down in the comments because I want to know that I'm not the only one that is so chronically online that they understand who Nikocado avocado is. He broke the internet. Yep, Drew knows. It looks like a snowman almost. Have you heard that Tony Clark said? Also, thank you so much for the $5 gift. Moments with Bubba again. Um, okay. Yes, I will be there on the first day. I bring my daughter on the first day of the year every year, and as long as I have her, I may not have. Maybe I won't have her this year, but like I always tell her, like it's the first day of the season, so we are going to go. Other days of the season, if she's like, I don't want to go today, Daddy, I'm just like, okay, we don't have to go. We can hang out here instead. So she just doesn't always have to come, no matter what. I don't want her to resent going to Cedar Point because I always force her to go all the time. Like I'll bring her on special occasions, and then I'm like, if you don't want to go, we don't need to go today. Um, Hugo's was better when they had the meatball sub. I do remember the meatball sub, and I did really like the meatball sub. I miss Subway or a nice cold sandwich place would be nice. Yeah. Come to small bars and little towns. So many with fresh lake catches. Yeah. Yeah, you can get that. That's actually Fort Wayne. I just was at a really nice seafood place here in Fort Wayne, and they have some great fresh seafood that was really delicious. Um, I hear the Cedar Point map is better this year. See, yeah, that's I saw the map, but then like I'm worried about the placement of an additional parking lot where this new ride is, and I'm like, that ride is so short. You could have easily expanded that ride, and so like it just worries me about the future quality of Cedar Point. It doesn't so much worry me for this year. I mean, I think the new ride is going to be fantastic, but it does make me worry about future stuff if that's all they try to do. Because I had too many people ask where everything was. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's hard to find where you're going at Cedar Point, and that's part of why I have this channel. That's part of why I do my walkthroughs of Cedar Point, and like I'll add a map onto it too, because people get confused about where you are, and I understand that because I remember doing that. Um, I remember being there and just being like, where am I? And like walking around Frontier Town like two or three times before I'm like, we should be headed back up to the front. Why have I seen the same thing? And then it's like, oh, well, there's a whole different pathway. Like it got confused. So um I'm sad that parks are going away from anything physical. Like at this point, if you have a card, if you lose that card, you won't get a card back. You can only use that card until you get rid of it on your phone. So yeah, I don't love that. Why am I just expecting the tree to put itself back together with it laying like that? Too many horror movies. If it does that, then I'll go viral. So go ahead. I miss when Chick-fil-A was there. I liked Chick-fil-A a lot here. Yes, absolutely. My goal in life is to get Droko to acknowledge me. I mean, get on any of their live streams. I'm sure they acknowledge you down here too. I see you. Me? Yes, you. You're famous here. I can die happy now. Guy T. Hey, guy, what's up? Well, don't die yet. Y'all are too much. Jimmy, ooh, Cedar Point should add spring rolls like pizza or cheeseburger ones. Actually, yeah, like that kind of stuff would be cool. I guess If you're really going to talk about things that I'd like to see Cedar Point add, it would be more like thematic foods. Like if you could go to Cedar Point, be in Frontierland or Frontier Town. I forget which one it is at Cedar Point. Which one am I thinking of? It's Disney. Um, my brain is fried tonight. Too much partying over the last couple days. um, but yeah, Frontier Town has a lot of really fun, like has some more food like that. But if they actually had an area where it was themed, and then you eat that themed food like Universal or Disney does, that's more fun to me. I love a good immersion into a theme. I think that's always really fun. So I would much rather see something like that. But to change Cedar Point to that point would be pretty hard to do all of that. And I don't expect Cedar Point to do that either. Cedar Point. Yeah, we said that already. Have you been to Cedar Point when Avalanche Run was operating? If so, how did you like it, and what kind of experience was it? In all fairness, I'm not sure that I was born when Avalanche Run was operating as Avalanche Run. Now, I rode it as the indoor coaster. I forget what that was called. But I guess I'm not sure when they changed that into the indoor coaster. The one with the robot that I'm in love with. I'm not sure when they changed that. So when I was younger, I remember riding that indoor coaster, and that was the actual ride of Avalanche Run. Um, Disaster Transport, thank you. Yeah. Disaster Transport was really fun. Okay, that happened in 1990. Okay. I was born in 1987. So yeah, they didn't it wasn't around very often or very long for me, and I definitely couldn't have ridden it at that point. So no, I never rode Avalanche Run, but I did ride the indoor version of Disaster Transport. I wish Cedar Point have a movie theater that moved you on a little track. The way you phrase that is hilarious. But are you talking like a dark ride with like movie with like screens inside it? 'Cause, yes, that would be pretty cool. I will wait until Yoko and I ride a ride together. Then I can go. No, you can't go, Mom Survival. Maybe an attraction similar to Carousel Progress. I would anything like that. I would love uh, to have a Carousel Progress at Cedar Point, though. I think would be functionally pointless because I don't think people would ride it. I think that's just the reality of the situation with that. Um, it's a ride you ride when it's hot out. I no, it's not. Are you kidding me, Tay? The Carousel Progress is not a ride you ride when it's hot out. It's a ride you prioritize when you go to Cedar Point or when you go to Disney World. You ride that ride because it's amazing. I will die on this hill. I love that ride. I love Carousel Progress. When I went with my daughter and she was like 6 years old, something like that, she sat on the edge of her seat and was just like the whole time, like, and I was like, yes, I've done something right as a father for me to raise my daughter to enjoy this kind of history. Absolutely. Boardwalk at PIB. PIB is fun for lobster. Did I just have a stroke? What are you saying? I'm confused. Um, Drew, tell me. I remember waiting in a long queue for Avalanche Run. It had no shade and was the hottest queue to wait in. Yeah, I can imagine. We used to go to that ride at Put-in Bay. Boardwalk at Put-in Bay is fun for lobster. Like you can eat lobster there? Is that what you're telling me? Maybe that's what you're telling me. I remember waiting in the long queue for Avalanche Run. Yeah, okay, so we used to go to disaster transport when we were at when it was a hot day at Cedar Point when I was in high school. So that was the ride that we would kind of gravitate towards so that we could cool off a little bit. Will you live stream or take a video on opening day? Oh yeah, I will. I will take full video on that day, and I'll probably live stream too. The very first day, almost every single time, is me um, riding or me walking around the park. I usually don't really even ride anything. I might ride something here or there, but it's not about rides that day. And especially this year, it won't be. It'll be me showing the park to people. Like, here's what has changed, here's what's new. Because there's a lot of little changes. Bathrooms have been changed. The fry place has been changed. There's new coasters, of course. There's going to be openings. All those things I will show to you guys, and then we'll go live also. And I'll just take you for a walk all the way around the park, probably down the beach. We'll do all of that kind of stuff. So I may do something special where, like, if you tip, the highest person that tips will um, get to determine which direction we go next. So once we come to a crossroads, you'll get to tell me, do you want me to go to the right, to the left, or straight, or whatever we're going to do. And then that's kind of how I'll make my way around the park. We'll do some fun things like that just to kind of gamify it a little bit. But yeah. You may have already covered this, but TGI Fridays closed. Um, so I think I saw everybody said it is closed. I don't think I've heard official word on that, but I think I know the like TGI Fridays brand has had a lot of problems, and I think they've gone through a bankruptcy. So I'm not quite sure if it's closed or not, but like there's rumors. Let's just put it that much, that far. Where are we? I never like to say that something actually did happen if I'm not totally sure that it happened. So I'm unwilling to like confirm things until I actually know that it's confirmed with like a picture or something like that. I've done too many getting burned by it where I was like, yeah, this happened. And then it's like, oh, no, it didn't. Never mind. I don't want to say that. So, um, I love that ride. The music is fun and the story is pretty cool. Exactly. It's a great ride. That's not a ride you just ride when it's hot. It's a ride you ride every time, no matter what. I talked to a few of my friends that still work there, and they said they are having a lot of trouble hiring people. Yeah, Cedar Point and Cedar Fair, they're stupid for not hiring, not giving people a living wage to live off of, and then being like, why don't people want to work anymore? Well, it's because you're stupid. That's why. Let's just be honest. Been closed. Oh yeah, he said it's been closed. Yeah. With I wish the tree comes alive. Allah. I hope they have some mini staff for the opening time. Underrated. Famous Dave's banana pudding needs its own video. What? Famous Dave's banana pudding needs its own video. Okay. I've never really enjoyed Famous Dave's very much. I've been there a couple times and I've heard a lot of people say, like, you have to go to Famous Dave's, especially when I first started out and I didn't fully have my opinions about everything. So a lot of people would like come on and they'd be like, oh, this guy doesn't know anything. He doesn't even know about Famous Dave's. And then finally I went to Famous Dave's to check it out. But they were like telling me that it was really good pricing and they loved going there. And I went by myself and it was incredibly expensive. And I was like, I don't understand this. But then as I've looked at it, I wonder if maybe it's a lot better in bulk. Like, you get a larger family style meal, and then you pay for that for your family. So that's nice. I don't love it that they're getting rid of it from Cedar Point right now because it's so nice to be able to walk right outside. Plus, that restaurant is so well themed. It's just a nice, great restaurant to be able to hang out in. So it's sad to me that it's closed like it will be. Um, I mean, I'm glad they're putting it someplace else, but I wish they'd put another like nicely themed restaurant into where it was. So we'll see what happens. So. Okay, so yeah, you can eat lobster bisque in Put-in Bay, but I don't know how it's possible that you would eat lobster bisque on Put-in Bay as far as it being fresh. You know, it doesn't seem like it'd be fresh, but you can get good lobster up here in the north, so I'm not saying it's always going to be bad. I work on the island. If you come over, let me know. I'll show you around. Oh, you work on Put-in Bay? Ooh. That'd be fun, Greg. Or Craig, sorry. Craig Genheimer. I think that's how I say it. Craig, show me where. Are you going to do a live stream when you put the tree up again? No. I always do that with my daughter, so I never do a live stream when I put it up. And honestly, you don't need a live stream at that point because we're not on boring content at that point. Like that's the problem with my off season content is it just gets really hard to find content to do over the off season because I'm not traveling to theme parks everywhere. I mean, I'd love to eventually. It's just I'm not doing that. So that's part of the problem. I hear food. I hear the food is going to be a little bit expensive this year. Oh, is it going to be more expensive? We'll have to see. I will document it. If there's an additional cost to food, I will document how much that additional cost to food is. We'll have to see what happens. Oh, I'm old. I thought they meant TGIF where Quaker Steak was. Oh, gotcha. That was the 90s. Yeah, I'm not sure if the TGIF on campus and on the beach is going to be open or closed this year. I would really hope that that one on Breakers will be back, will at least have another restaurant in it if they do close it. My first drink ever was when I turned 21, when I worked at Cedar Point at Quaker Steak and Lube. Yeah. So that's, huh. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. We also need mini golf at Cedar Point. Would love a Peanuts one. Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah, where would they put that though? Yeah, I don't know where they'd put that. Mini golf, I guess they could put it out in the area. Yeah, that could make a lot of sense to do that. Huh. Oh. I wish they paid their returners good price, but they don't. Yeah. Hello again. You know about the question I asked earlier about Tony Clark being interviewed. Would you like a link to the video? I've already seen it. I do know that they've talked about that. I wish they had fun themed dining experience, similar to like the 50s primetime cafe. Yes, that I'd be really into it. And if they could do that off campus, that'd be even cooler. Yeah, that'd be awesome actually. Because they could really make something that's fun, that's a reason for you to leave. Like, leave the park itself, leave the gates of the park and go outside. Yeah, that'd be amazing. I wish some people worked a nice to workers because I got hit last year by guests for no reason. What? I'm assuming you mean I wish people were nicer to workers. Yeah, people are ridiculous. I love Put-in-Bay. I'll be there in early June. I really want to go to Put-in-Bay too this year. Last year I didn't go at all. So Drew, we got to hang out at Put-in-Bay this year. Yeah, I live here in the winter and on the boat in the summer. Oh, that's cool. Have you tried Kelly's Island? I like Kelly's Island. Kelly's Island's really fun. I'll be in Put-in-Bay in October. Now we're just having a conversation down here. I don't always know what I should read, what I shouldn't. I've been there for 8 years, and a year is going to be crazy. It's awesome, Droko. Going to be moving to Sandusky this year. Where do I go to get season pass? Or is there a website to go to? Yeah, you should definitely go to, if you want a season pass, just go online. Look up Cedar Point, or you can of course get their app too. And when you get on their app, it's right there. Or you can, if you get on the internet here, Cedar Point. You can just go onto the Cedar Point website. And from there, you can go to tickets and passes. And it'll go to season passes. And then from there, you can buy a summer pass, a gold pass, or a prestige pass for whatever you want to do. And then you can buy it per month, or you can buy it for the entire upfront cost if you want to do that, either way. Also, you can check out I have a planning for Cedar Point video that's up right now. So you can go check that out. And I highlight all of those things for you, how much the passes cost, what they cost, all that kind of stuff too. So if you want to check that out, it'll give you a more detailed breakdown of all of it. If you'd rather like listen to it rather than read it on the website. Yeah, that's what I'm here for, Jacob. So yeah, you're welcome. You're coming with us, I thought. Yoko's birthday. Okay, yeah, I thought so. I'm just saying I'm excited to do that. Wait, Droko, are you from Sandusky? I'll let him answer that. A mini golf course used to be at Cedar Point, where one of the Kitty Snoopy areas is now, by Windseeker. See, I would want them to not do it inside the park. But if they built one outside the park in that green area, right outside the park where there's like that green strip by the marina, that would be really fun. You could have a great area where families could come out. They could do that. Although they do, now that I think about it, they have indoor mini golf inside the arcade, inside the Coliseum. So maybe I don't even need to say that they should do it outside the park, because they do it in there all the time. That's fun. I want to go back to Put-in-Bay, but after the brawl this past year, there's a brawl? There was a brawl? I didn't even know there was a brawl. That's not why I didn't go this year. Moments with Bubba. Okay, let's see this. Thank you, Moments with Bubba. Just redo the idea for the Coasters restaurant. A repurposed old ride vehicle from different coasters that have those be different types of tables, so you could sit at the Maverick table or others. Oh, that would be really fun. That's hardcore really fun. Yeah. I would love something like that. Like, that's a simple way to theme something too. Like old transportation for different rides. Sit in those. You could sit in an old gondola, and then they'd be reusing something that's really nice. They could put that in anything. They could put that outside in the old. Oh my word, that'd be amazing. Oh, That'd be so cool. Now I'm like, yeah, that'd be awesome. Thank you so much. Also, Moments with Bubba for the $10 tip. I'm from, yeah, okay, yeah. Is the aquarium worth a 3 hour drive? The Columbus Zoo. Uh, Mom Survival. The Columbus Zoo is really cool, and it does include actually it includes some roller coasters even and some rides. But then on top of that, it also includes the water park, and you can also go to. Um, there's a huge indoor aquarium. There's a whole bunch of exhibition areas with animals where they'll like do feedings or things like that too. The Columbus Zoo is incredible. It's really good. It's cheaper to get in on the internet, and getting it at the park is more expensive. Yes, it's a lot more expensive to get to Cedar Point if you go to the gates. I've made that mistake before. You'll pay like not quite $100 to get in with a ticket from the gates. Even if you're standing in front of the gates, just get on your mobile device and get your tickets that way. That's a much better way to do it. Night, y'all. Crash time. See you, Gengar of the Lake. Is there more than for kids? Are you talking about at the Columbus Zoo? There's all kinds of stuff for kids at the Columbus Zoo. It's really fun. There's even like a big carousel, an indoor carousel for kids also that your kids would really enjoy, I'm sure. So yeah, definitely fun. Our 3-year-old loves fish, and I heard the aquarium is good. Yeah, it's really fun. And there's actually different levels where you can watch it from too. So your kid actually can see what's going on. I have a video of this, Mom Survival. When I first met Droco, before they had their channel, Not Your Normal Guy, Columbus Zoo and Aquarium. So it's called We Visited the Columbus Zoo on the Busiest Day of the Year. And that was early on when I first met them. So go check that out if you want. I also did a video this last year with them called My First Time at Zoombezi Bay at the Columbus Zoo. And Droco also has a video about our time at Zoombezi Bay this last year together. So go check out any of those if you want to do that. Then you can actually see it face to face. I don't know if this is something most people will be doing unless during Halloween weekends, but are you looking forward to the fast lane for Iron Dragon? There's a fast lane for Iron Dragon? Oh, because they've taken out the stage, so they've probably changed the amount of pathways that are going into Iron Dragon, haven't they? I didn't even think about that. That's cool. Well, yeah, I mean, I'll go check that out, definitely. See how well that works. That'll be the subject of another part of the ride, or of another part of this year. So definitely, yeah. Yes, there was a huge physical fight from folks from Detroit. Sandusky police were even called in. Wow, that's crazy. You know that like theme parks now are getting all kinds of physical fights too. Like there was a physical fight just recently at Disney World, and it's happened multiple times. People always catch them on video and stuff. It's nuts. People just don't know how to deal with each other. Does anyone know what is going to be replacing Snake River Falls? We do not know, but I'm sure there will be something soon. I would expect. I wouldn't expect this year. I'm gonna say I would expect by the end of 2026 we'll get some sort of an announcement. By the end of the 2026 season, we'll get some sort of an announcement of what's coming to Snake River Falls. If they announce it this year, then I'll be shocked because that'll be 3 new coasters. One that'll be 2024. We had a new coaster in the no wait, 2023. We had the wow. That'll be 4 coasters in a row. That'd be 4 in a row if they did it in 2026. Because that would be 2023. We had Wild Mouse. 2024. We had yeah, Top Thrill 2. 2025, we'll have Siren's Curse. And then 2026, we would have whatever else is being built. If they do that, that's incredible. And that just shows me that they're trying to regain their title as America's roller coast. But I can't imagine that that's what they're going to be doing. Yeah, Drew, when we were there, it was Christmas in July. Yeah, at the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium. But it still shows off the entire Columbus Zoo and Aquarium. So it's worth to go check out. Maybe I'll need to do like a summer trip. Droko, you into that? You into a summer trip to the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium? Might need to go visit that and make a video about it. Droko, thank you for letting me know. I think we might try it with our little kids. Yeah, I think you'd really enjoy it. Are you going to do another dining plan segment for 2025? I'm trying to decide if it's worth adding this year. The dining plan segment every year is one of my most favorite parts. So, oh, Landon, oh my word, just a little bit more. What do we need just a little bit more of? $10. Thank you so much, Landon. That's incredibly nice of you. If you have a question or something that you want me to answer, just write that down right away here and I will answer it right away. Craig, yes, I'm going to be doing another dining plan segment for 2025. I do it every year. I'll talk about what's going on and what the costs are, what the updated costs are. I'll try to talk about what kind of food they have and if I think the portions are worth the amount that you're going to be paying, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we'll definitely talk about all of that if you guys want to do that. Kristen asked if you ever did a way to beat the heat video. Yeah, I mean, are you talking last year or ever? Because I've done a couple. Not your normal guy beat the heat. Let's just look that up. Oh, that's not it. I mean, I have done it. I honestly don't know where it is. But yeah, I've done a couple of beat the heat videos in the past, but I'm not sure where they are now. And the Halloween event. Oh yeah, I did make a video about that too, didn't I? It's new, the line. They need to make a YouTube night event for 2 days. I wouldn't get invited to that anyway, so it doesn't matter. I met the late Jack Hanna when I visited the Columbus Zoo. Yeah, he has a couple things named after him there. Yeah, we were attacked twice at Six Flags Gurney. With, like, from people? You were attacked? I think. Uh-oh. Droko gifted 1 Not Your Normal Guy adventure or membership. Thank you, Droko. I hope the traffic doesn't back up this year. Trying to find where we are. I will say I laughed that they put soap in the fountains in Put-in Bay. It's funny, but not funny. They did that when I was in college too. Our soap on the campus of Indiana Wesleyan University, or our fountains on the campus. My dorm was right outside of a fountain, so I walked out my side door and I was greeted with this wall of bubbles from the fountain that you could walk through, but then they would just fill back in right away. It was really fun, actually. Moments with Bubba. I do say, or I do. Do you remember the name of the guy for Halloween weekends before Mr. Midnight? I clearly remember somebody that used to stand on one side of the projector towers and used to just call him the Overlord. I have no idea. I do know that they used to do the like Battle of the Bands kind of a thing. It was like a dystopian, future steampunk kind of an idea. So I do know that they did that, but I don't remember more than that right now. Do you think that we'll have some kind of new haunts or walkthrough this year for Siren's Curse or in general? I really hope so. I hope that Siren's Curse is something that they do some sort of, at least like a little stage or something, because the idea of a siren with like pirates, I think could be really, really fun. So that's something I think would be enjoyable, definitely. I think this is going to be your longest episode. I don't think so. I think I've been live for like 3 hours before. So, no, I don't think so. But live streams are always a lot longer. It's just kind of usually hanging out and talking about stuff. So, that's just usually the vibes we have anyway. Um, I do have one more question. What is the best bar to go to in Sandusky? Usually, when I get off from work, I like to grab a beer somewhere. Well, there's a couple places in town, but I would ask the people that you work with. There are a couple downtown, but I also know that there's more of like an area where a lot of the workers end up going to. But I don't want to just like share that on the internet either. So, uh, yeah, talk to some of the people that you work with and see where they go and follow that. I just don't want to blow up your spot with a whole bunch of tourists just hanging out where a lot of the workers are. I hope the traffic doesn't back up this year. Yep, for existing, just assaulted. Oh my word. That's nuts. Jacob Luis's bar. I wish Cedar Point had a Walking Dead night. Well, I think that's an IP that's owned by Universal, or at least leased by Universal. So I don't think that's coming to Cedar Point. University of Toledo often had soap in the fountain, also. Yeah. It was kind of fun, honestly. Like you could kind of run through it, and there's just this huge mound of bubbles. So, but people got in trouble for it because you can really like destroy the fountain by doing that too. Also, one time this last year when I was on Blood by the Bayou, when someone scared a guy, he punched the actor in the face, and they had to shut the whole haunt attraction down. Wow, that's nuts. But I have seen that, and I do understand that to some degree. Like it's not good. People should have control. But I do understand, like when someone scares you, it might be just like the first thing that you think of to punch someone. So I understand that. It's just like it's bad, you know. Greg or Craig, I'm out. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, thanks for joining us. The Dutch Tavern. These are where we used to hang out as Cedar Point employees. Okay, cool. More drank. I think I'm done for right now. I think they're not going to add a zone because it's not supposed to be scary in the front. They used to have it be scary in the front though, so but yeah, I think that may be true. We'll have to see. But a show may be a thing that they could add though. rather than a scare zone in the area. Although it used to not be scary in around Gemini either, but then they've since added a scare zone in that area too. Although it's like a that's more of a moderate scare zone since it's the like hard rock clowns, the insane clown posse. Several good bars along the waterfront downtown. Yeah. This guy would call all the monsters from the park and they would all come together in a big crowd and kind of knew him before him. And then he would send them off into their zones. Like that's it. Yeah, well, that's the same thing as the like opening scary monies. But yeah, I have no idea though. Not your normal guy. Have you ever tried Luis's? I've never tried Luis's, but I think I know what you're talking about. That's what I'm trying not to say. I hope they force a better rule for guests. Doesn't hurt the monster. What's up, Eric? How you doing? Well, guys, I have been on this stream for 141 minutes. So I think at this point, I am gonna get off. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and for talking with me, and thank you for the tips. You guys were incredibly generous today. We'll talk to you guys a little bit more again soon. I'm hoping I can actually get a. I'm hoping I can actually like get on here more often and get back into the swing of things a bit more. I've just been really bad about it. So, good night, other guy. See you, guy. You guys have a great night, and yeah, see y'all later. Bye.